you. Hopefully everything is good. Um, so to answer this question, we're gonna go to Clever. I know it sounds funny, but we're going to Clever. And off of here, as you can see, I have this right here. It's called GeoGebra. So if you don't have it there, you can always find it by typing that here in the search bar. So since I have it, I can go here. Um, so what you want to do is you start the calculator. You're not going to use the calculator, so we're going to X that out. If you ever need it back, you can always click on that, see, and it brings you right back. But otherwise, we're going to actually go over here and use the tools. Um, so first and foremost, this, as you can see, is a graph. Um, I don't want all these little lines in the way driving me nuts, so I'm going to change how it shows the grid. This is showing all the major and minor grid lines. I only want the major ones. And as you can see, it kind of cleared up things for you. So there you go. And I'm going to increase the size here. Um, and you could do that by using the plus and minus signs. You see that? So you could do that here. And I don't want that small or that kind of skip count. It's going by twos right now. I actually want it to go by ones. Let me see if we can get it to go by ones. Maybe we can change it here. All right, for now, let's go with what we got. There you go. There's the ones. All right. So, as you know, we have, and let's go back real quick to look at it. At the hardware store, you can buy 5 boxes of bolts for $17.50, and it says to graph the relationship of the number of boxes, and notice it's telling me that X represents the boxes, that's how that's written, and to the cost per box, which is Y. So Y is the cost, X is the number of boxes. So we come back here and we know that X is always on the horizontal axis here and the vertical axis is Y. So as I'm looking at it, I realize, okay, that's not going to be enough because that's $12. I needed to go a little bigger. There we go. And what I'm gonna do at this point is I notice it's not going by ones down here. That's also very important to keep an eye on. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is right before or between 4 and 6. So I want to put a point on my graph. So I got to click on the point, and then that's 5. So I want it to be at 1750. Right in the middle between 16 and 18 is 17. But between 18 and 17, that's where I'm going to find 750. So it's more like here, right? So I'm going to be right here. Right there. The nice thing is you could kind of click and drag it to wherever you want if ever you don't. And if you keep clicking, that's what's going to happen. So you don't want to be on there. You want to go back to the arrow so you're able to move things if you want to. Notice. And I'm clicking elsewhere, nothing's happening. But where I want it is right here between the 4 and 6, which is 5 boxes, and at 1750, which is closer to the 18 there. So there you have it, right? Now the line is not done, right? That the one point does not make a line. I have to start with another point here. So I'm gonna add a point here, and I'll tell you why. If I haven't sold any boxes at all, then I haven't made any money. That's why that happens. We start at 0 for this particular case, because in this case, if nothing is sold, nothing is made. So we start at 0, 0. So if I scroll down on here, right, see the bar comes out. I come all the way down to lines. I want line, not line segment. I want line. Nor do I want array. Actually, Array is probably the most accurate in this instance because you're not going to have a negative number of sales. So you can go with array and you're starting at 0, 0. And notice what happens as I drag this out. See that? The line is already created. So all I have to do is now click here where I already had my line and then scroll back up and click on the arrow. So I don't make anything else I don't need to make. So here's my line. This tells me exactly where I'm at all times. So for two boxes, presumably we've sold somewhere there. So let's create a point. At 2, it crosses right here. So that would be about $7 if I'm looking at it right. 4 would be $14. So yeah, 2 would be 7. That's accurate. So in between 0 and 2 is 1. So this is where the 1 would be. So now I can go back to my arrow. And the nice thing about this is now I can zoom in a little bit. And if you click and hold, notice it'll let you do that. And I increased it one more time, but the 1 is a little off. So I'm going to move this point right there. Now, what the nice thing about that is I can right click on the E and we can check, actually left click on the E, click on show value. There you go. And I want to get it as close to 1 as possible. Keep gliding over it. No, okay. That's fine. But you can see that's going to be about $3.50 for one box of bolts. So you could show it on the graph by doing that, or we can solve it algebraically just like in the warm-up. And there you have it.